the ref, Kevin McNutt in the house. How you doing, Kev?
Doing well, Dave. Doing well.
Look, I want to talk to you about this Kobe $100,000 fine because he said to a referee, "You're an effing F." Doing a 6-letter gay slur, which unfortunately is said far too much in far too many courtyards and all the rest of it. Now, I wanted to ask you, as a referee, has this been something that anybody has ever yelled at you?
Oh man, let me tell you something. You hear it all as a referee. Now, I never got to that level. I've refereed pros and pro-ams and summer leagues and those type of things. But at the high school level and at the college level, you get it from coaches. And
not from players, though, but from coaches.
No. What happens with players, especially at the high school and college level, most of the time they are under wraps and the coach steps up immediately and pulls them aside, sees they're frustrated, sees they're about to get a technical that's going to hurt the team and hurt them in terms of an ejection, so you pull them out. And you have to deal with the coaches. At the high school level, see, this kind of thing is not even tolerated. It's automatic. You drop a language, F-bomb or something like that, you're gone.
So not even a homophobic slur, but a curse of any kind, you're gone.
Well, with me.
Right.
See, I'm old enough that most of these cats, not only are the kids could call me granddad, the coaches can too. But I'm in my middle 50s. But so I don't tolerate that on any kind of level, the language barrier. You can, matter of fact, as a coach, teaching young men, 15, 16, or even younger, I hold you accountable as a leader. So you better be able to talk to me in a way that doesn't entail language.
Don't you think we've seen a cultural change on this issue as well? Because I feel like 10 years ago, it's like homophobia was just more accepted in the NBA. And it's good to see David Stern come down with a quick fine. It's good to see Kobe feel like he has to reach out to LGBT organizations because we're so much more educated now about the true harm that this does in terms of bullying, and especially in the athletic world, where you have these archetypes of masculinity and manliness, and the unspoken word is that to be gay is to be weak because you don't conform to an archetype which is largely fictional anyway.
Right. Well, you dealt with this in that beautiful commentary that you put together, dealing with this type of behavior.
You mean in my film, Not Just a Game, Power Politics in American Sports? Yes.
You touched on that.
Thank you.
And it was excellent. And it just seemed like this situation fits right into that. But yes, he crossed the line. But you know what? And this is just me, and this is why I love your show so much. Where was due process for Kobe in this? And I know we're not talking about that. I mean, Stern came out within less than 24 hours, said that where was Stu Jackson? Where's the process? And Kobe's saying he isn't going to appeal. I just felt, and I know why he did it, because that's a large audience, and he doesn't want to alienate them. I just think,
and he wants to handle it before the playoffs.
That too, and 3 days before the playoffs. Playoffs don't start to Saturday. So I just thought that was real quick, and I knew why it was. It was a PR stunt by David Stern. I guess I just have issues with David Stern there, but yes, there's no room for it, and it has to be cleaned up.
And that's the cultural change as well. I mean, it's now viewed on par with an ethnic slur, and it's viewed as something that, I mean, if we're being very frank about it, it's now viewed as a liability to the brand of the NBA. And that is a cultural shift, certainly.
Right.
And that's a welcome cultural shift. But I think that Kobe Bryant was told that appealing this would be the stupidest thing you could possibly do. Because already Kobe got rapped on the knuckles by the LA Times because his statement was, "I'm so terribly sorry," sounds good so far, if anybody was offended.
Right. I can't stand that.
You want to make my wife come at me with a bat?
Right.
Let me do something wrong and then say, "I'm so sorry that you got upset."
Right.
That's not the way you do it, you know? I'm so sorry that you were offended. I'm so sorry that there's something wrong with you that you would be bothered. I mean, not smart PR, man. Not smart.
Got to ask you this, Dave. I got to come back with you with this question, and I hear it in general, and especially as a referee. Where is there room for a spontaneous reaction? See, they're trying to take that out of sports. They're trying to legislate that out of sports. With now they're going to film when guys square up. when they turn around. Was that hit intentional, flagrant, whatever? And there's certain things, Dave.
On that you're definitely right. On that, I hear what you're saying, and I think that you're making a very good point, that there has been an over-policing of behavior on the court against woofing and all the rest of it because they feel like it's not good for the brand. I think it's calculated very stereotypically, like that makes the sport too black, and therefore we want to appeal to white corporate, more atmosphere, and we're trying to cut against that. But all that being said, if you let the whole thing loose right now, you would see woofing every game. You would not see homophobic slurs every game. I was trying to think about this, and I can't remember one that's happened since Jason Williams, also known as White Chocolate, not the Jason Williams who fell off the motorcycle or the Jason Williams who shot his chauffeur, but the White Chocolate Jason Williams. He had an incident when he was playing for the Kings where he went down with some serious homophobia, and that was like 9 years ago. That was a while ago. So it's something that's rare enough that it's very hard to accept it as a spontaneous reaction. There's a kernel of something there, which I think the NBA has a responsibility to its brand and to its fans to come down on hard. That would be my take on it.